What's up, family? Welcome back to FicklinTV. Today I'm going to be discussing my 20-week update. So we have made it to the halfway mark. Yay! Only 20 weeks possibly until we are to see our new baby. So what's going on this week? Baby is about 10.5 ounces and 6.5 inches long, so about the size of a small banana. At this point, my midwife will begin measuring my uterus from my pelvic bone, and it should stop around the top of my belly button. So it's growing, so that's about 3 times as big as it started out as. So that's pretty big. Baby now is completely covered in vernix, and what that is this white sticky substance that you sometimes see when baby is born. That is completely all over the baby, and it protects their skin from drying out while in all of that amniotic fluid for so long. Another cool thing is baby is now starting to create meconium, which is this black sticky tar-like first poop that baby will have after he or she is born. So that is the first nasty diaper we will change, and I remember it with every single one of the kids. As far as symptoms go, they're pretty much the same as last week. I'm still enjoying having a lot of energy and feeling really great because I'm not so big to where I'm miserable, and I'm not feeling any nausea or fatigue as much as I was in the first trimester. But I'm also still having the achy hips still that I've been having for the past few weeks. It's not terrible, but it's still annoying, and also the shortness of breath is still continuing. I tried to catch my breath before I sat down to do this video because I literally had to run upstairs. Another TMI thing, and this is a pregnancy vlog, so whatevs, all of this is TMI, but I have noticed an increase in discharge, and I know that now I'm gonna have to start using I know now that I'm going to have to start using a panty liner to protect my panties so that they aren't just covered by the end of the day. Sorry for the TMI. So now that we're at the halfway mark, now is the perfect time to begin looking for some prenatal classes. And of course, if you're a new mom or this is your first pregnancy, these classes are very beneficial because you can learn so much about your body, your baby that's growing, the childbirth process, and just a whole wealth of information. But even if you're pregnant with your second, third, or fourth, if you're in my case, I found that these classes can still be beneficial to you, especially if you haven't had the birth experience that you truly desire in your past pregnancy. So here are some questions you should begin asking yourself, or what I like to ask myself before I begin the process of looking for a childbirth class. The first question is, what kind of birth am I looking for? Are you looking for a VBAC? Are you looking for a birth center? Are you looking for a new hospital? Are you planning on having a home birth? These are just some things you need to be thinking about on where you want to have your birth. The second question you need to ask is, what do you expect to learn from your birth class? Do you just need a general overview of what birth really is all about? Or are you looking for something that will teach you different birthing techniques and alternative measures that you can do in your birthing process? The third question you should ask is, how much do you plan on spending? Birth classes can range from free all the way up to about $300. One thing moms should know is that prenatal classes can be a deduction. How, you ask? A pregnant woman seeking to be educated on her role in the birthing process is technically considered obstetrical care. So if you itemize, these classes can be deducted as a medical expense on Schedule A on your Form 1040. The last question I like to ask myself before looking for classes is, am I available to drive to classes? If this is your first pregnancy, you pretty much should be available to drive to classes, but of course with subsequent pregnancies, you're gonna be probably busy with 2, 3, 4 kids, so it may not be possible for you to actually commit to going to a class without a child every week. So they do offer online classes. One of them is the Birth Boot Camp, and that you can find that class online. I will be this time around looking for an online birth class that I can either order and have shipped to me or participate online. However, I have participated in a lot of other different types of birth classes in my pregnancies in the past. So what are the type of classes you can take? If you go to your hospital that you're planning on delivering at, they are likely to offer free prenatal or childbirth classes to expectant moms. In this class, you're probably going to get a tour of the hospital. They'll also give you an overview of what you should expect in childbirth, whether it's a cesarean, whether you will be planning on receiving a epidural. They'll also let you know the procedures that the hospital has to follow and some policies that are required by insurances. You also have your birth center classes. In these classes, you're going to get more of an in-depth look of techniques on how to cope with labor. This is your Lamaze classes, your Bradley method classes, birth boot camps, Hypno Baby, birthing from within, the Alexander technique, BirthWorks, and the Pink method. And the list will probably go on. I think it's very important to continue to educate yourself, even if this is your 4th pregnancy, on childbirth, because you never can know too much about what's going on with your body and your baby, no matter what type of birth experience you plan on having or you end up having, because sometimes things are a little out of our control. The more you know and the more prepared you are, the better it is for you and your baby. So without further ado, I'm gonna go jump into my belly shot. So here's what I look like, and excuse my shorts girls, but it is very hot here in Atlanta. Here's my belly from the front with clothes on. Here's my belly from the side. From the back. And the other side. Okay. Here's my belly from the front with clothes off. From the side. From the back. From the other side. And I'm sorry for my lighting. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another week. I look forward to seeing you next week. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also tap the bell next to the subscribe button so that you can be notified every time I post an update. See you guys next week. Bye.